For years, marketers like myself have been talking about the importance of lead magnets or gated content. However, I think we've been making a horrible mistake. Over the past few years, consumer trust has just been declining year on year, and it is getting harder and harder to generate leads from potential customers because they simply don't know who to trust anymore. Even I find myself, when I'm looking to engage with a business, absolutely sick of gated content like lead magnets and things like that, because I know I can probably find better, more useful information for free without having to sign up anyway. The problem is we've now created a bit of a monster around things like lead magnets, with marketing teams having their entire incentive structures and KPIs set around the amount of leads that they can generate or the amount of MQLs they can generate if you're on a B2B or a SaaS business. Because marketing are just incentivized to get leads regardless of quality to hit their KPIs, and sales are incentivized to make sales. But if they're getting crap leads from marketing, there's always going to be a divide there. After doing some analysis on this from both B2C to B2B businesses as well, when we look at how much of those gated content downloads have actually turned into tangible business revenue, the results are absolutely shocking. In most cases, it's less than 0.1% of the total leads that are actually turning into qualified pipeline, closed customers, or revenue for the business. The other problem you have to bear in mind here when you're just trying to drive your target audience toward lead magnets is that there is a reputational cost attached to this. Because if somebody has given you enough trust to give you their name and email address, and then you've given them a piece of content that doesn't live up to their expectations, not only do they feel betrayed because they've given you their personal details for a crap bit of content, but now their first impression of you has been a negative one. So you can actually be damaging your brand by taking this approach. Now, this doesn't mean that you should never do any form of gated content again. However, it does mean that we need to change the way we think about using gated content and when we're using gated content. One of the things we're advising to all of our customers at the moment is, instead of making the goal just to generate a lead, make the goal of any piece of content on your website, wherever you're driving traffic, to be so valuable that somebody's mind is blown and they actually want to receive emails from you. If you hide content, what normally happens 9 times out of 10, and you will have seen this, is that people just sign up with spam email addresses of some Gmail account that they never check, but they use it in order to download lead magnets. So if you can keep that North Star metric of making this content so good and so unique, the kind of content they can't find elsewhere, so that they would actually want to say, hey, I want to know more from these guys. I want more stuff like this, and actually want to give you their name and email address. So this isn't about saying don't have any sort of opt-in, but it is about saying make sure that we're delivering value and not using things like squeeze pages that as marketers we've typically used in the past, because this is the kind of thing that ends up hurting consumer trust. That's why you probably would have noticed with some of the videos on our YouTube channel recently that a lot of the content we've been giving away, the templates, the checklist, the resources, we've just been linking directly out to that content, because it's more important to me to be able to build a relationship with you, to build trust with you without even asking you for anything, so that we are the first people that come to mind when you are in the market to looking for an agency to help you with your digital marketing. Instead of just trying to send you straight through to a page and get your name and email address, I would rather you receive as much value from us as possible, so that you trust us enough to actually be able to then work with us in future. Now, you might be thinking, oh, well, this is all well and good, Tom, but I'm never going to get away with this because we have strict KPIs around having to generate a certain amount of leads or MQLs each month. And look, I hear you. There is a middle ground approach that we can take here. And actually, we've seen some success with a lot of clients recently using things like document ads on LinkedIn, where you can actually take a part of the lead magnet you're offering, again, as long as it is unique, as long as it is providing genuine value and you are really putting effort into it, you can actually have, say, several pages of that presented in a LinkedIn ad. So you're actually delivering value in the ad itself, showing people what they are going to get from this piece of content, how in depth it is. So you're then only asking for the opt-in after people have been able to consume the first couple of pages. That way, they are able to make an informed decision instead of them just seeing some clickbait headline and then driving them straight through to a squeeze page. Again, the key here is really about making sure that you are able to build trust with your audience up front and demonstrating that credibility before making that ask.